Okay, so I'm in here, and if you go over to the left, go to charts. And okay, so I'm very interested in how that data from, say, my toilet column, how that actually displays as a bar chart. So I want to add my dimension. So I want to look at toilet. So if I click on add dimension, click on toilet, then go to add measure, and I'm going to count my toilets. Okay, so I want to count the number of toilets. So, and this is probably the same issue you're seeing kind of whatever, if you're using Excel or whatever analysis you're doing, is that shared pit latrine comes up differently than, you can see shared pit latrine is also in here. So every time that there's a new entire string, it kind of comes up with a new category. Okay, so open defecation is here, but it's also here because in this response, open defecation was together with household latrine. So anyway, it doesn't make any sense. So what we need to do is we need to split shared pit latrine from other household latrine, from other, from open defecation, from other, from... Anyway, you get the picture. So I'm going to go back to my load script editor, and very, very simply, I'm just going to make my own script. I'm going to say load, and I want to load my UUID. Okay, so that's the link that it will link it back to the main table. And then I'm going to put a word called subfield. Okay, subfield. And then I'm going to put toilet, comma, and then one open quote, a space, a closed quote, and a bracket. So all this is saying is subfield. So we want to make a subfield of the toilet column, and we wanted anything that's separated by a space, we want it to be a different value. Okay, and we're going to say that as, save that as ToiletType. Okay, and then all I do is I go from, and I just copy and paste what it's already put up here, because that's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. So load ToiletType, All right, so I'm going to load my data again, close this, and come back here. I'm going to now take this new bar chart and add ToiletType. And I'm going to, count my ToiletType as my measure. And actually then you can see, instead of having 6 different categories over here, it's actually split each of those categories into its own value. Okay, so shared pit latrine, other, open defecation, and household latrine. So we're actually getting a count of how many times each of these was selected. We're not kind of having to deal with this craziness over here. Now I'm going to do that for each of these. Okay, so let's go back here. Okay, so I've just done that 2 more times so that my health issues and my water sources will also come out as subfields. So I'm going to load that data again. And I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to put a bar chart here with my not hygiene health. We want it to put up our new, so health issue count. Okay, so it's going to count that, and I'm going to have another bar chart with my water source. So water source and water source count. Okay, and again, it's split it so that I can just see how many times each individual water source was actually selected. Great, so I'm just going to push these all down here so we have kind of, they all sit beside one another nicely. Okay, so it's super easy in Qlik to actually, as you can see, kind of click and drag, resize things, and you can put titles. So I'm going to put this as health issue. This is water source. This is toilet type. Okay. And if I click done, you can kind of see what this would look like in kind of the finalized version.